Okay, I'm gonna do a repot now of some orchids, some Phalaenopsis minis. I'm gonna use the bark that I've talked about before, the reptile bark. What is it? It's Zoomed Repti bark, and it's a fir bark. This is what I use for all my phals. That's what all the other phals are in that have my flowers that I've showed in just the previous video. So this is a fir bark. I think Orchiata is Pinus radiatus or something like that. So it's a pine. So, but they seem to like it. They have tons of roots. So that's what these ones are gonna go in. And I'll plant them in my solo cups that I use, and then they have this little, I'm gonna use it as a reservoir, and I'm gonna hang them up by my other phals. So let me just turn this. And I'll pot them together. I tend to do that with a lot of my orchids. Like if I get multiples, I like to pot them together. Not, I guess, yes, to make the plant look bigger, but I guess I'm doing it only for my purpose, not necessarily because I'm trying to take these to a show and say, wow, look at the plant that I've got. I, grew it to this specimen size or whatever. But I guess specimen size plants always look better than just one single little tiny plant in a pot, right? So I guess that's why I always do it. That way we get a better show. So then I'll just dump some of this bark in there. They have tons of new roots growing. They were grown in moss, and I actually hadn't been watering them for a while. So I let the moss get super dry, and I just took them out of their moss like a week or so ago, just because I knew I was going to be repotting them soon, and set them on top of some moss just so they had a little extra humidity. And this plant actually started growing down into the moss, so that's telling me they definitely needed to be repotted. So that's how simple that was. And then we'll just put that one in there. And now we'll move on to the next pair. So this one I think is some kind of a, what is it called? Schilleriana hybrid or something. It's got that like freckling on the leaves. It's got this new leaf and then another new leaf coming. I believe it has some nubbins of roots, and then it has a few growing tips. So that one will go, I'll put some bark first. And then this one, I believe it's a keiki. It has 2 leaves. It doesn't really have a stem. So this one's producing a keiki for some odd reason. No new, I mean, I don't know if this is a new leaf or if that's just a leaf that grew to that sad of a size. I mean, that's pretty, that's, if that's a year's growth from wherever these came from. I had them for a month or two, but if that's, it obviously was traumatized by something. Maybe the cold air at the grocery store, I don't know. But yeah, it didn't like something, so hopefully that leaf continues to extend. I don't know. I'll just snug them together. And I got these because they have a nice, both of these varieties, this one and the other little green one, had a nice lemony scent. So that's mainly why I purchased them, because of their scent. So right now it's 81 degrees in this grow space area, and that's with the balcony open, or with just the few panels that are missing. At night it's been getting down to the 60s, and I think a few times it got down to 55. So like right now here in Wisconsin, this is like the awkward season where it's gonna start getting cold as if it's going into fall, but then all of a sudden in September and early October we're gonna get this Indian summer, and it's gonna be hot as heck. I mean, it's 81 in here. If I would have this closed, it'd be 100 in here, and that's way too hot. It's way too hot for me to have my windows then open to help ventilate it into the house, because I'm not trying to air condition 100 degrees during the summer in the house. So that's why it's kind of like a game now of having to put up the panels and take them down every day. So that's kind of why I left the one end open, just so I wouldn't have to do it as much. But that's the two repot, and now I'll just give them a drink. And then I'll be back and I'll be repotting a den phal. So lots of videos today. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.